Hey, thank you, Tom McFarland, and all of you for making me feel welcome every time that I've come here.
Great.
Actually, when I wait, well, so. And also the people who did their thing at the yacht club the other night. I was there, don't forget, I laughed my ass completely off. I did, look, it's just not funny. That's it. And I voted for each one of you twice. So, I can do that, I'm a good Democrat. Just remember that, what goes around, right? Okay, now, that doesn't count, that part doesn't count, okay? Because, all right, when I'm ready to start, I'll give you one of these, okay? That's how you know when I'm ready.
Okay.
Because if it starts to go long, like see, I got all this stuff here, and there's something kind of funny at the end. If I don't get it in, you'll never know if you would have laughed or not. So let me know though if I'm starting to go long, and then I'll leave out the part in the middle. Just that I'll leave the part out in the middle where the hog take my baby brother if I have to. Okay. All right, there. My name is William Neal Aspley Jr., but people call me Billy. My daddy was called Bill, and I was always Little Billy. But even though I'm not very little anymore, the name's stuck. And but some people seem to have a problem with calling a grown man Billy. But if you do, you can call me Will, you can call me Willie, but please don't call me Bill. All right? Because, you know, I got a whole stack of bills on the kitchen table right now. And ducks use bills to pick feathers out of their ass, right? Plus, my father proved to be a $3 bill when he left my mother for someone named Roger. And, yeah, and I wasted some years of my youth wishing that he had died an honorable death in World War II or something like that. But, where was I going with that? Let's see. I was born and raised in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Oh, you be thinking that's why he sounds kind of funny. Yep, I'm here representing BG and proud of it. Let's see, I have some notes. This is not going well. That's right. Shit. And both sides of my family are Kentucky bred as far back as I know of. And my mother is from a place called Big Clifton, Kentucky, where she was one of 6 kids raised by a country doctor who made his rounds in a horse and buggy and never even owned a car, never even wanted a car. And Big Clifty's just like a wide spot in the road where the train stopped stopping a long time ago. And I used to go there and visit my cousins and my aunt and uncle for a week or two every summer. We'd go there on Sundays quite often, you know, to visit. And I always felt kind of like it was going back in time in a way for a big city boy like me, you know. Yeah, that's right, Bowling Green is big time for that part of the country, believe it or not. Yeah, we had indoor plumbing, hot, cold running water, and Western Kentucky University is there, in case you didn't know. And you could even buy liquor legal there in Bowling Green. And you had to drive for a good 2 hours in any direction in Kentucky before you could find another wet spot. Wow. It's true. And but you could go a half hour south down in Tennessee, across the line, and as long as you had a Boy Scout card or something said you were 18, you could buy some beer. Even on Sunday down there. And, well, and they used to call Bowling Green Little Chicago, let's know why. Because of all the bootleggers that would go there and stock up. I used to cash my check at a place called Jimmy Bryant's Dixie Liquors. And they had, this was a retail establishment, had 3 loading docks for all the pickup trucks that would pull up there from all the surrounding counties and load their camper shells up with cases of beer and pints of whiskey and take off. There's no lie. And excuse me. And West Kentucky University was always in Playboy magazine's top 10 party schools back in the 70s. And believe me, I did my part to pitch in to make sure we deserved that 2 years. But okay, now here we are. Okay. So I had something kind of funny, man. By now, you are probably asking yourselves what you did to deserve having to sit and listen to all this shit come out of this hillbilly asshole's mouth tonight. But let me assure you, it's not your fault. I blame it on the economy. It's true. Because back in 77, 78, it was cheaper for a Wisconsin girl to come to Kentucky and pay out-of-state tuition than it was to stay here and go to school. That's how a young Italian Catholic and her friend talked their daddies into letting them come to my town to further their education. And how they picked Western, I still don't know. But the rest is history. But, it's probably a good thing that she did come down there, because it seemed like most of the co-eds there had loftier goals than to hook up with a ne'er-do-well local yokel such as myself. But I never gave up trying to hook up with one of these, out-of-state co-eds. After all, because, after all, the best compliment that you can give a Kentucky woman is nice tooth. Wait. It's not that funny. The best compliment you can give a Wisconsin woman is, hey, for a fat girl, you don't sweat much. Anyway, we got married in 82. We got married in 82 because I fell in love with Bambi's Bombers. Right? Nothing. See Tom after the show. And then we moved up here in 84 because I couldn't find a job back home. I'm afraid they all knew me too well. And no, really, it was because of the economy again. And so, now you know how I wound up here tonight. But let me tell you all the most important thing about me that most of you probably don't know. Is that I'm 56 years old, and I still look pretty damn good naked. That's just my opinion. But this is true. I somehow got to be this old, being this ignorant, and still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, well, whatever it is there, Willie or Millie or whatever you want to be called, why don't you stick your big, bony, slow-talking hillbilly ass back where you came from, where you can be anything but here.